Assalamualaikum and welcome to the channel Mr. Drone, and in today's video we'll be discussing about taping and covering the foam board. It actually gives a reinforcement to our foam board and also gives a good look to our models. I basically use two methods of decorating my models. The first one is to use the packaging tape and the second one is to use the paint sprays. Now this isn't quite a difficult job, but I just want to give you some tips. So in this video I'll be talking about the packaging tape, and in the next video I'll show you how to decorate your models with the paint sprays. I basically use two types of tapes: the transparent packaging tape, which you can get everywhere, and the colored packaging tape, which you may find in stationery or a hardware shop or Home Depot. If you don't find that and you don't want to color your model, so you can go for the transparent one. It also gives a very good result. So these are some of the models which in which I use the packaging tape. The red and white, you're going to get this kind of result. It is not quite neat, but I just want to give you a demo. Now this process is not quite difficult, but I just want to give you a few tips which may help you throughout the whole process. So here we have a scrap piece of foam board. I just taped two of the sides and I wanted to make a video on it. So first of all, you should have a nice and clean piece of foam board. Just clean your foam board where you want to apply the tape, and also clean your workspace. That will just clean the dust off and you will have a nice stick with the foam board. Secondly, you should have a workspace which is a little bit longer than the piece of foam board. For example, in this case, my foam board piece is a little bit shorter than my table. It is half an inch more at that side and half an inch at this side. This will help you to just stick the tape at that end and then just go through here, and the tape will be just floating in the air. Now you'll just see that in a moment. Now if you have a workspace and you don't want to mess up with colors, just like this, I removed the tape from here and it just left over its color. And if you don't want to do that with your workspace, because you are going to just start from your workspace, your table, and then go over through the whole foam board, and you don't want these like things, so just take a piece of tape and just tape both of your ends of your table, just like this. And in the end it will just be easy to remove this piece of tape, and all of the remaining tape will be just removed with it. So for this demonstration I'm using the red color. Just take your packaging tape. If you don't have access to colored packaging tape, you can go for the transparent one. It is also very economical, and it's you can find it everywhere. So just take your piece of tape and just like you should have to attach it in the you should start from the end of your workspace or your table, whatever you are using, and then don't like stick it to your foam board in the initial part. Just go over from all over the foam board. Now the advantage of going over through the entire foam board is you can have a straight line, because if you just stick it at the start of the foam board, then you cannot correct your direction. Now you just have to go nice and straight, and then you can lay it down. Now you can see that I just sticked it to my table and just leave the tape to be just hanging over like this. Now you can see the tape is not stick to the foam board. Now if there are any wrinkles, you can just clear it up. You can just take your tape again, and you can just like if there are some wrinkles, you can take your gift card just like this, or any flat surface, and just keep your gift card upon it, and then again stick it over to your workspace. Now if still there are any wrinkles right now, in my case it is straight and nice and clean, and if you have any wrinkles, just clean that, just remove that wrinkles with a gift card or any debit card or any flat surface, and then press the tape firmly with the foam board and just go like this. Don't press it too much because it will just scratch the tape, and if you just look at to it, then you'll have some scratches. So just go with a nice and clean. Don't press it too much. You just have to stick that with the foam board. Now you just have to take your razor blade, cut that excess off. Again, for the next one, just take your tape again. Now for the next one, just tape your tape again. Start from the workspace. Don't go with the foam board, and then just go over. And let's go over with the entire foam board. Now you can see I just gone over to the entire foam board. You don't have I don't have wrinkles, but if you have wrinkles, you can just push the tape a little bit, and you can just stretch it so that the wrinkles are clear. And if still there are wrinkles, you can take your gift card and put it upon it, and then press it on your workspace. Make sure that you have a straight line. Just press your gift card upon the tape, and then stick it to the workspace. Then take your blade and cut the tape off. Now again, take your gift card and just slide it over nice and clean. Just make sure you have a nice and clean and straight line. Now I told you not to press the gift card too much because it will scratch the surface. So in the end, you just have to take a cloth and just slide it over and press the tape upon the foam board, so you'll have a nice and clean and a strong stick between the foam board and the tape. Now in the end, you have just got these the tape stick with your workspace or your table. Just take your razor blade and cut that excess off from there. Also at the other end. I'm not going to go for all the foam board. This is just a demonstration. When you cut your foam board, you have got your foam board taped, and then just remove these excess from each side. So you can see you have all these pieces. If you go for like 10 or 20 lines, then you can just remove all in one go. And from the other side too. Now why we use the colored packing tape, not the spray? Because the spray is a little bit of difficult process. This is quite easy, and it is very economical. Like, you have access everywhere to the tape, and you can find it everywhere. Secondly, in some cases I don't want to use the taping method, especially with the XPS foam or the thermopole sheets, because in some cases you just have a high speed, and the packaging tape actually don't get a nice and clean stick with the foam. Just in this case, you can see that there are some wrinkles in the tape of this wing. This is actually a thermopole sheet wing, so you can see there are wrinkles, and when I press it over, the tape don't stick with the foam. So in this case, going with the packaging tape, it will be a little bit difficult. You can go actually with the paint spray too, because it will just burn out the thermopole. So there are some disadvantages, like sometimes the tape don't have a nice and clean stick with the foam. So you should have to take care of about it. Now there is another method to use the packaging tape. Actually, the packaging tape have got its adhesive in its color in the adhesive, so it don't have a nice stick, like a strong stick, just like the transparent tape have. So for this purpose, you can use the adhesive spray sometimes upon the wing, and then just go for the packaging tape if you don't have like a weight problem. In some models you have got a very light or glider planes, so in that case you can just you should have to take care about weight. So if you don't care about weight, you can just go for a spray upon the foam, and then just go over with the packaging tape. Now taping the foam board also gives it too much strength. Like a foam board without tape and a taped foam board will just have a lot of strength. For example, my tube fuselage, you can see if it wasn't taped, it would have broken into pieces. As you can see from inside, it all just got into small pieces. So taping the foam board also gives it a very good reinforcement to the foam board. That was all about the video, and please like, share and subscribe to the channel. In the next video, I'll show you how to use the spray paints as a decorating material for your airplanes. Thank you.